My name is Muhammad Razli and I am from the Art Museum program. My metric number is 101880 and I will presenting an article titled Traditional Kinulung Craft Weaving of the Dusun Tindal of the Kota Belud Sabah. For this article is written by Salvia binti Kindoyo, Noria Eke Tunggang, Humin Jusilin, and Junior Kimwa. It explored the unique of the traditional Kinulung weaving craft, which is a culture heritage of the Dusun Tindal community in Kota Belud, Sabah. For the introduction, this article introduced Kinulung, a traditional weaving craft that practiced by the Dusun Tindal community in Kota Belud, Sabah. Kinulung is a form of indigenous craftsmanship that uses natural material, especially rumbia leaf, to produce beautiful and functional woven products. These products are usually handmade with a great care, reflecting the deep knowledge and skill that have been passed down through generation. This craft is not just about produce physical item, its whole significant culture value. Kinulung weaving representing the identity, heritage and traditional of the Dusun Tindal people. It is play an important role in preserving their way of life, especially in the face of modernization and culture change. The second part of article highlight for this article is the research problem. The research problem highlight the two main research problems that I am to explore. The first research question is how can traditional Kinulung weaving be preserved and revitalized for the future generation? This question addressed to the concern that traditional craft that like Kinulung are slowly fading due to the modernization, lack of interest among the young generation, and limited documentation. The study seek to explore possible way to ensure that these valuable heritage does not disappear but instead continue to thrive in a new and meaningful ways through education, innovation, and community engagement. The second research question is how this local community today perceive and transmit this knowledge. This focus on how the current generation, especially the Dusun Tindal people, understand the importance of Kinulung weaving. It also look at whether the traditional knowledge is being passed down effectively through families, formal teaching, and or culture program. The third one is a methodology. The research can use direct observation and documentation it through photograph and sketches. The fourth is the key finding. The key finding of the study show that the Kinulung weaving is still actively practiced today, particularly by skilled women artists in the Dusun Tindal community and community of Kota Belud. These women continue to produce beautiful woven items using traditional techniques that have been passed down for the generation. The dedication reflects a strong sense of culture, pride, and responsibility in preserving this heritage. However, the research also reveals a concerning trend. There's a noticeable decline in the involvement of the young generation. Many young generation people are either uninterested or unaware of the culture importance of Kinulung. The fifth is analysis. The analysis show that the process of making Kinulung is complex and requires time to complete. It involves several and weaving the rumbia leaf. The craft requires patience, precision, and traditional skill. This is an example of the technique used to make this Kinulung craft weaving. In conclusion, Kinulung is more than just a traditional weaving craft. It is a powerful symbolic of identity, culture value, and creativity of the Dusun Tindal people in Kota Belud, Sabah. This craft reflects a deep connection between the community and their natural environment, especially through the use of lumpia leaf, which are harvested, prepared, and woven using traditional knowledge passed down through generation. The process of making kinulung is not merely technical; it's involves culture, ritual, and heritage skill, and a strong sense of community spirit. Is woven item tell a story about the weaver, about the traditional, and about the value that shape the Dusun Tindal way of life. However, in today rapidly modernizing world, traditional craft like kinulung face serious threat. Many young people face are no longer interested in learning this skill, and much of the knowledge remain undocumented. If this trend continues, there's a real risk that this unique heritage may slowly disappear. Therefore, it's a crucial that effort made to properly document every aspect of kinulung, from the technique, tool, and material used to the store. I mean, behind each design. At the same time, community education and involvement, essential culture workshop, school program, and support from local authorities can help encourage the young generation to appreciate and carry on this important traditional.